by Miller goes Iverson.
He is an incredible player. The young guy brings it every single night. Look at this pass.
And a dunk by Anthony.
So they've got 6 points, and all of them are either dunks or layups. Actually, they have 8 points now, but Miller hit the jump shot, so 6 of their 8 points are dunks or layups.
One fast break team in the NBA. Miller the assist, and the great-looking tomahawk by Carmelo Anthony.
Little zone defense here for the 76ers. I figured they'd play some zone tonight, try to slow this team down, and that's what you got to worry about, though. You run on that baseline. See, George Karl, he comes from that Carolina school, that zone offense, and that's what Dean Smith used to do all the time.
Second to Robinson of the Knicks, a 16-6 run by Philadelphia.
I mean, he was fabulous. Not to take anything away from Nate Robinson, who was terrific, but I mean, missed 13 dunks. I mean, he should have won.
Look at Anthony and a great feed from the outside. Miller.
Going to help me here. I'm having a little brain cramp.
Well, Coach, I'm used to it, so I'll bail you out here in just a second. But
Bonzi Wells,
yes.
Sharif Abdur-Rahim.
Yes.
I mean, so he's rebuilt that team, and now all of a sudden, Sacramento's knocking on the door for the playoffs.
The good teams, the so-so teams, and of course the bottom.
You want to finish third, you play 6, but you want to have a better record than 6, so you have the home court advantage. You do not want to finish 7th or 8th, because then you would place Phoenix. They really treat me so nice here. It's a great spot.
This is Carmelo Anthony crabbing inside and finds 2, and Anthony now has 12.
That was fun for me, Kevin. Was drafted here to a team that was 9-73, the worst team in the history of professional sports. And 4 years later, we played Portland. That's one of the keys, Kevin, we talked about. You go for a steal. You go for a steal and you open up the lane. You cannot dive into the passing lane quietly. The Nuggets are back to 8.
Go inside. Points in the paint, basically the same. Second chance points, and Doug touched on this earlier, 11-0.
You know, last year was a tough year for him. He got off to a very difficult start, Kevin. Did not have a great Olympic experience. Had some off-court situations that really weighed on him. Since George Karl has come in, they've connected. He's gotten in better shape.
Pick and roll, Boykins and Evans. And Anthony, another offensive rebound, and down it goes.
And all of a sudden, Denver is getting up on that glass, something that's been so good to Philadelphia. So that once 15-point lead, Kevin, down to 3.
Across the lane, then down the lane. There's a Barnes foul as Carmelo Anthony began to construct the play. He's now got 20. He averages 26, does Melo. And the foul for a 4th time goes on Matt Barnes. And that puts Carmelo Anthony at the free throw line. They'll fall from number 1 to number 4. And Dallas will lead them by a game and a half and have the number 1 ranking in the Western Conference.
It's exactly what happened last week when Dallas was 1, San Antonio was 4, San Antonio wins, and they flip-flopped in the standing.
Melo for 2, and Carmelo Anthony's got 23. Patterson's got 20, and Denver down by 15 in the second half. His comeback. They're outscoring them 13-0 in this quarter. Denver has defeated the top 9 teams in the NBA this season with plays and shots like that. Carmelo Anthony, 25 and 36 minutes.
Watch Camby and Ruben Patterson on that offensive backboard, because Philadelphia once again has gone to that small lineup. Weber's their biggest player. So if Philadelphia gets a stop here, Kevin, they've got to rebound the basketball.
Johnson on inbound, and Iverson goes on Miller. And like Doug said, 10 seconds between the game clock and the shot clock.
Now they're using clocks. They're going to make sure they get a real good possession here.
Patterson, Anthony into 3 for the lead. Carmelo Anthony puts it in. And a timeout for Philadelphia. And the 76ers will have just under 19 seconds with which to work, trailing by 2.
He loves to drive baseline. You've got to get a defender over there to help sooner. Weber way too slow getting over there. Remember, I told you there was a small lineup out there. No one to guard the basket. Weber comes over, sort of waves at him, and Anthony scores.
And Korver for the tie. Rejected again and picked up by Anthony with 4 seconds remaining and a Philadelphia foul. What great defense by the Nuggets, who put Korver in a straitjacket as he took it inside.
Well, see, they chased him off his outside shot. They're not going to give him the jump shot, and they're going to make him drive that ball. And look who's inside. You got Anthony, you got Camby. Remember, Camby is the leading shot blocker in the NBA, over 3 in a game. So on that last possession, Philadelphia gets 2 shots blocked, and in their last 2 possessions, they were 0 for 6 from the field. So again, what's haunted Philadelphia all season long is they're not a good half-court team. The fourth quarter, Kevin, becomes a half-court game. Look at the score. It's in the 90s. And it was 79-72. The 76ers have scored 14 points this quarter.
Anthony is an 80% free throw shooter. 3 consecutive games, 3 late game collapses by the Philadelphia 76ers.
Well, the Milwaukee Bucks and the Chicago Bulls and the Boston Celtics are all cheering big time here tonight for the Denver Nuggets, because they can tack another loss on the 76ers. They can creep up into that 8th spot.
Anthony has put in 20 points in this half.
No timeouts. They got to go length of the floor here.
And here comes a shot by Iverson. Denver has won 3 consecutive wins. They're in first place by 3.5 games over idle Utah.